Do you think that if they really wanted to, a bird could kill a tree? Well, last fall I witnessed what I thought was a bird trying to kill this tree. Now, I am exaggerating a little bit. I don't think the bird was actually trying to kill my tree. However, the bird was definitely doing significant damage, and although I don't have a full and complete update on this yet, I have enough of it documented that I can give you a basic overview of what happened and what is happening now and why my concern level has grown, or I'm sorry, diminished from being pretty high to, oh, okay, this may not be such a big deal after all. By the way, in case you're new here, my name is Brandon, and I grow things southeast of Houston, Texas, and that is Zone 9B. One of my favorite things to grow are trees, and I like to grow them from little cuttings or even seedlings and into full-size trees and shape them along the way. And this has been one of my passion projects, this weeping willow here. So last fall when I saw that a bird was gouging huge holes into it, I was quite concerned. And so some time has passed and these wounds are really healing up. So I want to show you what that looks like. First off though, before I get all the way over here, this is what the wounds looked like not too long after they were initially created, although this image is one of the wounds created up on the branch, and I decided to put a little cage around it to keep the bird off of it from making it worse. Now, what the birds are actually doing here is they are trying to get the tree to leak sap, which they do two things with. For one, they eat the sap. That's why they're called sap suckers. Don't believe I mentioned that. This video is so horribly planned, but I haven't been very much in the video making mood, so, you know, here we are trying to get something pumped out. They're called sap suckers, and as I said, they actually suck the sap out of the little wells that they create, but they also eat insects that get stuck in the sap that are trying to eat it. Last year, I had a little clip of video that I have lost of a whole swarm of European honeybees around the wounds on the tree because that sweet sap was leaking out. I even managed to get a little bit on my finger and taste it, and oh yeah, it was like maple syrup. It was super nice and sweet. Okay, now that I've gotten all of that information out of the way, let's have a look. In fact, let's do this as a one-take video as I've been trying to do, right? So this tree is looking pretty amazing. It's growing in really, really well. But yeah, the sap suckers have made me very nervous, although I'm getting less nervous as time goes on. So here's what we are currently dealing with. As you can see, in a very beautiful way, the tree is actually very actively healing itself. So on both sides of this big wound, you see those new fresh kind of green growths of the bark. Those are rolling over the open wound that the sapsucker created and healing it over, or encapsulating the problem so that the tree does not, you know, continually be exposed to the elements and fungi and such. And this is the other large wound that was made in the top. Let me see if I can get a good clear view of it. So this one is healing over as well, pretty well. That's the one that I caged up. And as I said, I'm less concerned about these wounds now. They were pretty gnarly looking to begin with, but they are healing over pretty well. Or again, I'm sorry, they are enclosing pretty well. I haven't tried to get up here and interfere with them too much. I'm sure that all of these little pieces of bark will fall off on their own pretty well, as they're meant to. I might dig out some of this, the pieces that are looking like they might get buried inside of the wound closure. I'm not going to do that on camera right now because it's a little bit too difficult, but I just wanted to show, you know, what this looks like, because I was fascinated as I started to see those walls kind of rolling over and closing that wound up. So Let me get the camera back on the tripod over here. I know I'm just loving my one take videos lately. So, as I said, I'm far less concerned now with where things are going with this weeping willow. For entertainment's sake, here's a little clip of what the tree looks like today. I've got a series of clips showing what the tree looks like from the church parking lot across the fence going back into the fall last year, and I plan to put those together eventually, but for now I'm just kind of showing you today's clip. So this tree is coming along so beautifully. I've got, you know, lots of little detailed things that I'm doing that I'm not ready to talk about today because, oh, it's warm out here. I've got a break in the sun for right now with the clouds covering the sky, but most of the day it's been pretty awful out here. So that's a short little update on the weeping willow and what's going on with it. These birds, last fall, as I said, were really making me nervous with the huge wounds they were creating on the tree. I was afraid I might actually lose huge branches of the tree to this because I thought, you know, this looks like quite a hefty wound and I don't know if the tree is going to be able to recover from it. But it looks like it is going to heal up or encapsulate the damage without having to worry too much about it. So I'm watching everything, but it doesn't seem like I'm going to have to really step in and do too much. So that's today's or this weekend's update. I may have one more update video coming out this weekend, but every time I say that, I forget to do it. So until next time, it was nice to see you guys for a few minutes and give you this little update. I'll see you in the next video.